Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from all of the LPL Spring matchups of the day. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Some of that force it turned around like that so fast without the guillotine and everything. The bleed was just doing work.
And this is the one which all first-time top lane players will have to experience at some time. Darius just running at you and using his base damages and of course that passive stacked up. Early on in levels, you know, the amount of aid it gives you is absolutely insane, and now you're ahead in this matchup, but Swifties first?
Yeah.
Shanji is not going to be able to play this lane now.
Sheesh. We'll see how that works out for him, though. Hung, though, will flash away from the duo of Rookie and Aki. Rookie wants it, goes for the flash himself, does have the damage here, and it's going to be a return as Izaki had picked it up with the flail.
And this
Doesn't have a lot of mana, so WE might be able to get in here, but it's going to be after the dragon's gone, more than likely.
Photic doesn't have much mana, but he does have Axis spinning up, so it's not like he's completely lost out. Is it going to come down to a smite? It might come down to a kill!
He gets it in, he gets out too! There's some of that spacing coming into work. Rookie's trying to space out for Photic, but Photic flashes over the wall and gets away. NIP, make a way. It's working out so far, at least.
Thing is going towards bot side. Just hovering around that river. It's got the sweeper active, puts down a pink ward to try and help maintain some of that vision control. No eyes on Aki just yet. How much the information do WE have by process of elimination? They don't have enough for bot lane.
Ooh, the combo not going to actually go through. Rookie, though, will go down to the moon.
Onto this Mundo, which we said can have a bit of a rough early game until he gets some items that just kind of stat check you. And this game is going back and forth. Very even in terms of the gold. We had a slight lead for NIP. It's going over to a slight lead for WE now. They're going to pick up themselves all of the grubs. And that
Any viable options for damage for NIP. And that's what, for me, has made it so exciting to highlight this NIP team this year, right? We were talking about, is this year an upgrade for both? I'll get out.
Mundo's one of those champions with just so much base damage from his cleavers. And, oh no, they're not even cleaves anymore. They're infected bone swords, I believe. Actually changed that. It's going to be a bit of muscle memory for me to re-remember some of those ability names. But yes, I'm interested to see now how this Mundo will actually perform, because my worry is as soon as you walk up to a fight and you're dealing with a lot of characters.
Whoa, with the blade!
Oh, the execute!
Speak of death and you shall have
Fights, and you can see how difficult it is to play around this much CC and range.
Meanwhile, we're still going. The Weaver's Wall claims Iwandi, or at least Rookie claims Iwandi's life. The Weaver's Wall used to block off Hung and Fofo. What a pace of play when we were just talking about WE trying to catch up and keep pace. NIP are setting the tone. Meanwhile, we go backwards again, but it doesn't matter because Rookie is the GOAT, and he finds a way to get it into it.
No!
Oh, big! Oh! He goes straight for it!
Doing?
You can't damage the tier 2 towers after the first ones are damaged! Our god! So the Rift Herald just goes to waste, and Rookie might have his driver's license revoked, while Fofo
impact the fight after this point. Lucky for WE, they still had some mid-priority, so while they might lose the dragon, they're going to get themselves positioning on the map to stop NIP from really defending this mid lane.
Hung is so annoying here to NIP, and Iwandi maybe just getting baited there a little bit on the angle. Hung is just in the pit. Aki has no say, and Mundo goes where he pleases as he takes the dragon away from NIP.
You've also got some vision trade in these jungles. Both these teams know where each other are, by the way.
They don't know Prince is here, though. They do not know Prince is there. He's around the corner. He does have ulti. Here it comes. There's the bullet time. But the enchanted crystal arrow across seals the deal. And maybe even ends up claiming Prince's life. He does run away. He's a pretty quick.
So, I think I actually somewhat disagree with the take about just being able to walk at people and Wayward being able to take the angle. Because there's so much ability to lock someone into a fight. See Rookie jumping forward. I want to picked gone.
But it's the perfect time. That's what I was talking about. It's like this downtime.
Problem for all of the frontline members from WE. If you're not in a good position, if you're not in the perfect position, there's so much ability to punish you and lock you down.
See them punishing this tier 2 tower here. It should just go down actually in front of Prince and Wayward, even with.
Would be, of course, they lost that one dragon, of course, with in fact, actually just walking at them and getting a huge amount of value. I'm just worried about how that is going to continue when we actually get a group fight like this.
NIP with the go button, go yet again. And it will, unfortunately, be Prince who pays the price. Now the dragon should be in the eyes of NIP.
So the approach is punish from WE, they can't pull the trigger, and they don't have a huge source of their
5v3 here, but NIP don't pull the trigger.
No, they don't pull it. I think they potentially just want to play around waves. They don't want to full send it into the MF Ultimate, which of course they did so well at denying last time. Wayward has an angle hit.
Yeah,
Photic has double
Photic
sums.
is in serious trouble here, and he's about to get handed the business as the guillotine is not what gets it. It's Fofu claims it around the Baron here, but try to collapse on NIP.
Okay, Iwandi's been spotted and the Celestial opposition has been popped. Rookie is coming from base. I think Rookie chose a bit of an awkward time to base. You would have loved him to be here, harassing and looking for combos.
He can use it to cut off. Here he goes. He's going to go through. Does knock off 3. Iwandi, the rest of the combo doesn't go through. The bullet time's not big. And Chwo goes in for the engage here too with that enchanted Crystal Arrow. Hung is running at people, but isn't going to be enough because Rookie is starting to hurt. And you throw enough rocks, they become boulders. Meanwhile, Hung claims Shanji, and the spacing is enough to pull WE off of it, but you start seeing some of the... Giving up the fight yet. A minute and a half till Dragon. Rookie's going to TP out of there. He doesn't make it. Rookie's caught lacking, and he'll be slacking it to the death realm.
I mean, if I was just about to criticize the carries play from W in that last fight, what is Rookie doing in that position? He had no rights being on the top side of the map without vision control, and without the Talia this time, how are NIP going to fight this?
Round 2, Chwo wasn't ready for it. He didn't even have his boxing gloves on, and WE are starting to take it to NIP here. There's a big depth charge on to Photic. He's going to be flashing out of there, though. Hung is still running at them, and the health bars just can't hang. That's Fofo's dashing forward here. He's getting melted by Photic. The bullet time does come out. A double kill to Photic, and Shanji will be dragged down with the rest of his team. That's an ace for Team WE.
Slick moves on the map and playing around the angles they had have brought Team WE back into this.
It's because that front to back is starting to look pretty scary. Hung is starting to become unkillable now and even has the chains to boot. TP coming down, Dragon already going down to WE though.
Okay, so this is a Dragon which is denying soul from NIP, but they don't get themselves... Okay, so that's the Talia ult down. It's one of the huge pieces of the combo which NIP wants to be playing around in terms of organizing these team fights. Iwandi has a flash, he has an ult. This is a great normal flank.
That control ward doesn't see anything. Iwandi, he has the angle. Aki gonna stop him. They pull off the Baron. Wayward on the flankiest of flanks. It's looking like a Flangle Nightmare. It's the triple pincer maneuver and the big bullet time on top of it. Rookie's getting low. Photic, oh, he's nowhere even nearby, and that is unfortunate for NIP, but it's all golden for Team WE. Straight into the Baron pit.
Oh, it's the flank angles to end all flank angles and maybe end this game. They divide and they conquer. What a series of teamfight plays from WE against a composition which it felt like was so hard to play against in the late game. They've mapped a lot of the problems with this composition. Go with it. NIP, they need that cooldown to separate the team as best they can.
Aki actually going to tank up a storm here. They're just trying to clear these minion waves to keep this inhib tower alive. Photic and Chwo coming out of base. The enchanted Crystal not available, but the engage goes through no matter what. It's going to be Iwandi locked in. The bullet time not enough. He does get the 2 kills, but it's not going to be the clearing of the members that matter in terms of the minion clear here. The Baron buff is enough, though, and WE are marching on the doorstep of NIP.
Oh, the front line is gone for NIP with Baron buff here. Again, these bruisers can run at them without anyone stopping them.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow is gone as well. Wayward a little bit caught up there. Photic is the damage dealer here as well as Rookie. Got to be a little bit careful on the poke coming out of Rookie as well. End up going to get the shield out of Hung. Wayward steps up a little too far. He's going to get chunked as well. The slow is not enough. NIP forward on the back end here if Shanji wants to try to flank, or if Rookie, as they do get a nice little seismic shot there. Shove, actually, rather. And I don't know if Aki was going for it. I knew he was looking for the drift angle there, but he can't really get the lockdown. Hung is still tanking it all up. Look how much he's healing. He's already almost back to full after being almost a quarter of his health. Right now, staring at a 5v5, but nobody's pulling the trigger here, and they're just guns blazing, ready to go. It looks like Wayward goes ahead and fires the first shot. WE looking for it. Glacial Prison goes wide. Things are getting a little chaotic here. A little hot and heavy in the mid lane. The steam is starting to crowd up the edges. Engage on the Photic. Iwandi with the miracle! And that's the game-changing play. And WE stream forth while the blood of NIP is spread across Shenzhen. A quadra kill comes away for Prince. And it's WE who are the real deal in game number 1.
Oh, it's Fofo who's the thief, stealing the very last kill. Prince could have had his second pentakill in only his first split of LPL. We were wondering whether W had upgraded, whether they'd found themselves an even kill with NIP. They eclipsed them just about in game one and come back from behind.
We beg the question, is it real or is it just WE? Why not? So I'm really excited to see the Silas variation for Rookie here in Season 14, but I really like the compositional strength of WE here, my man.
For sure. There is an awesome front line with a lot of CC strike, and particularly with a couple of points into Q, is going to be a really big threat. If he doesn't hop over into them at level 1.
No! Rookie's gonna be flashing here very soon. WE trying to chase him down. Gonna hold it though. The slow comes
Good
through.
discipline.
And good discipline from Rookie, as would the GOAT. And he
early damage. If you make mistakes on Gnar, you do die. And I wonder,
Speaking of mistakes, gonna burn the heal there. Really rough. He gets it. No. Zwo gets the kill as they walk away. Gamer moment. Prince is scratching his head a little bit as he comes back to lane. Now we have a scuffle around the dragon pit here.
Oh, Photic takes the crab as well?
I was just about to say, and now Hung, he's in trouble. Here comes Zwo over the top, and Photic claims the kill.
Oh.
The dragon, at least half health here for Aki. Hung not going to go that way.
I don't think you can walk in without flash. It's too risky. Another W from that Rakan would seal his...
Gonna let him do it so easily. Does get one of them. Gonna have to back out here as Zwo gets seen.
Rookie's not here and doesn't have teleport. They don't really want to be here.
They both are gonna take one, and we'll see. Actually, I think he got the second one too. But it is gonna be 2 for 1.
That's actually pretty big then.
He hitting that double spike there, but it's gonna take time. And it's something that WE can take advantage of. Speaking of taking advantage of something, NIP take advantage of the deficit in bot lane, and Iwandi's death hits a second note. As now, it's going to be Prince actually doing some work, but not able to do
if there was a ward in there or not. I love that kind of mind game, knowing the players' personalities.
Is that the conversation you have with your coach? The guy, man, you just can't do that. You can't have that.
Well, I mean, there's been a couple of times where that's come across in more traditional sports. There was one tennis rivalry, which I can't remember the names of the players involved. There was a guy that could guess the way which someone was gonna serve, because of the way that he would kind of like bite his tongue just as...
There's another dragon coming up. It would be sole point for NIP.
Would be, but this is why it's quite important to track what Draw was doing on the bot side just there. Just try and get some vision in. Luckily, he wasn't punished. Now NIP using the Herald to secure themselves bot lane push. Again, they're just looking for different angles so they can get behind WE. WE have good defensive vision though.
Hung doesn't have flash, and it is punished. Photic picking it up, and now the turret.
Luckily, Wayward does take the top side of the map open, so the map is starting to open. We'll see what happens the next time we get one of... Yeah, the thing is, you still don't have the flash for a little while, and it feels like now that Maokai is going to be a point of concern. Wayward just about to hit Mini Gnar again.
Delayed, the Mini Gnar comes through and punished immediately is the Rookie Zwo combo.
Much now from NIP, and what are the points of power going to look like for them?
WE running out of the Mega Gnar, so they'll have a little bit of something to work with. Prince is on his way over here, but the dragon already started. Nature's Grasp both ways coming across. It's looking like a cross weave. The Breath of Life comes through, but it's actually Photic who got the dragon, and now we're pumping it up the damage. Prince is still trying to cook it here, but NIP had picked off crucial members, and now he gets launched in. He gets knocked up, and it's a bouncy house. Welcome as NIP take them one at a time. That's a big Emperor's Divide, but you're divided in half, WE.
Stuck in this mid lane, just shuffling in mid lane minions where they can, but Rookie and Photic shred towers with or without grub buffs. They have just the one. WE, they kill towers better potentially, but they're just not going to have access to them. Wayward's Mega Gnar looks like it's just running out. He can't make a play here either. It is just survival and wave clip, name of the game for WE.
And Rookie making a full use of those wonderful ultis that you had.
Wayward has Mega Gnar right now, though. He's charging back up, and he's currently off of vision. He had some great flanks in game one. He is going to find Draw if he hops over here. Instead, he's found Aki as well.
No, yeah, I don't know if he wanted that one. He's going to try to run away this time. Aki does an immense amount of damage here, and Rookie comes in too. He's going to connect, and Wayward has found himself caught out of WE here. He should be able to get through, though. Tankiness. Rookie goes in. The Breath of Life is utilized now. Prince all by his lonesome. Aki goes for the flash play. Prince over the wall, though, with his own flash. Elder Dragon is up, and NIP are hunting the rest of WE, and Hung is no more.
Trees aren't exactly... It looks like the Baron will be the victory lap coming in, try and force their way past some of this wave clear. Yes, Prince is getting towards some items, but they are paling in comparison to the stats which NIP have between Dragons, items, and of course the Elder 2 on top of that. And Waywoods, he is...
oh
goodbye.
my god! That's a lot of a microcosm of the differential happening right now. And as we see, the Elder Dragon still alive, still kicking, still going. It's trying to burn it down, and there's the flap of the wing. Shanji has activated Kashanji mode, and that's going to be a double kill there. Go ahead and start spamming that chat with all that good Kasante spam as he's going for another one. He's got a third, maybe a quadra. Oh, it's going to be taken by Rookie, rightfully so, but the end is nigh, and a game 3 is upon the horizon, Nymera, as NIP take it to WE.
I mean, is that Kasante or is that Exodia? Shanji obliterate, clears the board. WE, they will find themselves at a game 3, hard-fought game 1, game 2, no such fight available.
There was no fight left to give. They got 1 kill out of all of it. Yes, they kept it close, and maybe that doesn't speak of the story of the game, but it was NIP all day long, and that's going to be...
See the ability to just have a front line which is just really annoying to deal with. Now, Maokai in this support role won't be able to fulfill the same kind of frontline role because he just won't have the stats, but you're still going to have that ultimate to throw in.
He is alive, and Rookie pulling the trigger on that will guarantee the Dragon over to NIP, traded for those grubbies.
Right, so game 2 was arguably decided by Maokai getting caught off on cooldown, so the picture-in-picture is just showing Prince ghosting back to lane. You can do that to kind of just, it's a low cooldown something, it just helps you get back to the minion. It does help you stack your different items quickly, and of course it gives you a Eclipse cooldown. See, once again, Prince and Iwandi having to play so respectfully in this box.
He used
this
the
time,
ulti.
the Weaver's Wall is up and available and can keep them away from turret. And Iwandi still doesn't have flash, but he's got a recall out.
No.
Oh no, Prince
He
left
got
him!
left out, he's gone. Prince tried to use the
threat once again. Aki doesn't have ult, use that in the bot side dive. I think WE, they're pretty safe taking these. A lot of the ults are down from NIP.
And you have the package for Fofo to let loose at any moment. They did get their 4th corrupt there to just make sure to secure that one. Meanwhile, Rookie gonna flash out of Wayward's advance. The seismic shove not gonna connect there, so WE still playing with fire. There's the package. Ooh, that Corky butt's shaking it all over the place. It's not gonna get the kill though.
Fofo gets good value out of that first package.
It's kickoff, but the Dragon is already started up. Half health, NIP claim their 2nd. WE waiting in the wings, gonna let that one go.
Let's see what Rifter comes out to. The actual base Dragon's
Timing on that one was gonna be a catch out there, and now he's able to pump back the damage. The Glacial Prison goes wide again. These cannot hit, and Aki just flashed into it. Nature's Grass coming up too. Iwandi's in some trouble. He's gonna be knocked down now too, and Rookie claims the kill. That's now NIP looking with the angle from Photic here. Hung slowed down. Grand Entrance going wide. There's the bullet time, but the Featherstorm used in response, as it is 2 claimed kills from NIP.
You don't have the item. They should have seen Xayah heading down towards this play as well. They know that potentially they could have come back, but back towards the play. Shanji forcing out the flash for Ghost.
Got the 3Q. Oh, they're gonna get him. Oh, Shanji! He gets traded right back. It is the kill for the kill to the top laners, but Rookie will be here to make the damage last, and that Rift Herald going over to the play from NIP, being able to control a lot of the parts of the map that they're playing around, has been really big this game.
So, gold is actually in WE's favor. It's important. Aki, okay, they're comboing up. No flash on the Maokai.
Iwandi, this is 2 games in a row. He has literally just had a giant red target on his forehead, and NIP
Didn't even get that.
The minions just gave their lives. They tried to do everything to get the turret, but they couldn't get it. Aki going for the engage. Nature's Grass right across. The combo is not wombo enough. Prince gets caught out by the seismic shove, but Rookie is now the one who works for wear. Bleed Caller's not really going to get anything, but Hung is dead now too, so the front line from WE gone. Rookie, he tries to go for it onto Iwandi, but can't find it. The Dragon now in the eyes of NIP, and a 3rd one for them.
That was a bit of a messy fight. You can tell that the backline and the front line of WE got a little bit separated and couldn't back each other up to achieve their own goals. Wayward has also died, so that was a thing. That's a death. The Nara's hit the ground.
Squidward.
All of those items. He doesn't have those items just yet, though.
Not just yet, but we're getting the fight kicked off anyways. There's Xi'an. He just gets chopped down into little pieces again. The bullet time's not going to be enough, but Xiaoji's looking for the angle, and Wayward's running away from the team because the rest of them are getting cut down and slaughtered. WE are running for the hills, and NIP are chasing him to those hills as that health bar is not going to be long for the world. Photic claims another one, and NIP find themselves at a 10.
Is DPS numbers for the Xi'an to cut down. NIP, they have not allowed WE to scale. Prince is going to get taken at least out of his reset for now. He survives, but he can't contest the top side of the map. He lives, but at what cost? Baron goes down.
He's skipping away into the sunset here as NIP is making him look that way. Dragon started up. This is Soul for NIP. They try to catch Fofo. Can't get it with the Q3 here.
Okay, so that's the MF ult down. The HP bars of NIP are pretty low, but it does feel like Fofo has enough damage to still continue this fight.
Big shots from Fofo, ringing across the board. He gets hit back. Photic going aggressive. Photic tries to go for the flash, but he misses it. They're right onto him now, too. IWandi with the knockback. Photic not going down. Photic standing strong.
He's alive!
And Photic still standing. NIP, they run away with it all.
Oh, Team WE, they just don't quite have the damage. They don't have the staying power. They only have a single kill across the entirety of this game and the last one. They have been well and truly shown the door in NIP's home arena as they travel for their away game. Fofo, it's all over except for just a little bit of celebration from NIP.
Giving him a little
bit. And that gives Photic some extra angles to go for. Barely misses out on the root, but it doesn't matter. As we said, a lot of the key damage is gone.
Oh, we got the combo now. Bullet time going to be utilized. Not going to find it. Hung just getting melted like he's paper. Holy cow. Fofo's out of there as well with the Flash Valkyrie, and NIP putting the finishing nails in the coffin here for WE.
Oh gosh, it's an ice cube and a hot chocolate, and it is a sweet treat for ninjas in pajamas. They've woken up. They've come to say hello.
Run,
WE.
Shaji! Run,
I don't
get
think
him. Go get him, Shaji!
I think he can actually run. I think he can actually run. He's going to make it out.
He can't run him down. I just love it because Prince is just sitting there skipping along in front of Shanji. No problem. NIP doesn't have any combos, but does have the Make It Rain to slow him down. Some shots from Fofo, too. As the NIP, there's the Mega Knock. Oh, gets blocked. He's completely denied, and Squidward goes down again.
Oh, carry on my wayward son, but maybe into the next life. Which is left something to be desired.
Shanji does have a little bit of an angle up there, but now it's actually an angle over here on a rookie who goes golden, but he's in the midst of all red, and he's going to go death screen there as the Nature's Grass coming across, going to catch 3 members too. This could be the snowball, though. The bullet time
well,
not going to do literally anything, and Prince going to flash out. That's catching out 2 members of WE, and Wayward and IWandi are gone.
That is a bird of prey if I've ever seen one. Photic 11-0-4. Sure, you can kill Rookie, but what are you going to do about the other carry? Haven't been
all over, so WE need to put up a fight here. They go for it. They can't get even into the pit. And NIP claim another life. That's everything going down. That's the Weaver's Wall, too, coming across for Fofo. And I don't even know if they need the Elder Dragon anymore, as they have everything dead to rights here and try to catch out Rookie. As now Rookie with the combo of 12 going forward. Fofo's gone. Bullet time means nothing as he is stopped in his tracks. Hung goes out, and NIP pushing the mid lane.
Yeah, wings are clipped there. This Corki has not managed to do the damage that was needed. WE, they fell too far behind for their scaling to matter. NIP, they too couldn't close out the first game, but they run it back into dominant games back-to-back.
Absolute dominance, and now they set themselves up to a 3-1 scoreline here in the LPL. One of our top gunning teams here showed up in the last 2 games. And they actually found a way to make these combos.
That Valkyrie's still available. Kara's safe.
Milky Way will be seen around the corner. Hacker playing, buying his time here. Though Uakai goes in. Here comes Care going down. Hacker, one more auto from Uakai, and he gets it.
Some teams are playing like 5 times, man. You can't afford to drop too many series at this point.
Yeah, I mean, in Ultra Prime after this one, are already 4 series into their split. There's, you know, starts counting down pretty quickly. We do have the split up of these objectives here, and I do appreciate that. I think it does give both teams a little bit of difference to play around. But the thing I think is more interesting about the way that early objectives go down now is, like, it instantly counteracts what you're trying to build towards, right? Because now FPS.
But the Cassante players are loving it.
Decade's going to be loving it in a minute, hopefully, if he can get that Cassante outplay here. Is he going to be able to get it and actually able to pull FPX off of the dive for at least a moment?
So, Life basically saw that the Unstoppable was gone from the Cassante. They're going to re-dive without
Oh,
the Ignite.
and they're
Might
going to
just
TP.
bolt out.
They just full on. The Apotheosis didn't hit. There's the package utilized in the all-out, trying to bring Doc them back, but Kara claims the kill.
As soon as they get towards 2 items, 3 items, they just pump out damage. However, with all of this set around the map, Ultra Prime, they get to go back, spend their gold, head back towards the Dragon, but it looks like it could be a fight afterwards.
Try to go for the engage on Dway. They do get it as everything being utilized onto him. Milky Way in some trouble. There's a big Emperor's Divide. Doggo stepping forward with the resets here. Life gonna be jumped on and taken out as well. Everyone's getting wiped up, and that's going to be a couple kills to the K left on that, and they've taken so many plays. 4 in bot side, 2 in mid, and 2 in top.
6 grubs, man. Now, we've had a lot of conversations about, are grubs a win condition? How can you play without them? If you have a lane like this, which can hit turret for free, they are absolutely busted.
All 5 plates go.
Force this duo away from turret. 6 grubs pushing with this is absolutely insane. Giving a Herald open to give another power play, I don't think FPS can afford to do this. They need to buy some time for their items to come online.
The TP coming down. They say this is where we stand. The line in the sand is going to be drawn. The combo is pulled. Doggo jumps away. Doggo's a little bit low. Decade goes for the all-out. Milky Way's in there. Breath of Life giving another chance to Ultra Prime as the Emperor's Divide from Yukai makes the difference, splitting them in half. And Doggo now jumps forward to his doom, but he survives. And a double kill goes over to Yukai, who is stepping up massively in this first game.
Doggo's doom was a little bit over-exaggerated, I feel. He does jump into the Counter-Strike, but it's not enough.
5-0 Yukai on the Azir, able to put out so much work.
Listen, he's about to head towards, looks like he's sat on an alternator, but he could even potentially be going towards a Lich Bane just after this too. In inventory, you have the 6 grubs on the tower again. Doggo is getting even.
Yes, they are 0-3, but I think, again, he's been the strongest point to the team so far. Xi'an, who getting caught in the side lane a little bit, is the Jack, so could be able to get out at least. As Yukai maybe saying no, as everything being utilized, and he's just going down. Hacker claims the kill.
Dude's just popping over fences everywhere. This dog's off the chain. He's hitting turrets even more at this point. At least Care can get himself a top lane tower. Sadly for them, it doesn't look like it's an objective bounty. I don't see the yellow border on the objectives that they have. Nations are sand right now.
I can't even see an angle for them to have defense in that tier 2 push there, because there's so many grubbies, or mites at least. There's so much pressure around them. They have so little range when it comes to just Doc Dom.
Tower. You don't have the stacks. And who is driving?
Don't do it. Okay.
Joy is going in.
He's got it.
Yeah,
he
that's
went
an easy one.
Good job. It's like like going to driving school. You just got to park straight.
So imagine having to parallel park one of those things. That is
Cloud Dragon gold prime would be huge. Hacker going for the
go.
shuffle here as Decade had the flank, and they might actually be able to catch down FPX. The flashes are starting to come out, and some worry across the faces of FPX's members as now mid lane, the push, they have all those mites, and here they go.
So it's a couple of ultimates and flashes used by Ultra Prime. They do get the flash from Care, but is that worth it? Shallow who? He was pushed. They had knocked down all of the inner turrets. They were happy to start wailing away on them. It's much harder to do that to inhib turrets.
Life going for it, but Hacker wants to follow it up gleefully as Yukai going for it, gets the angle, and Care's in some trouble now. The Corki can't do anything, and that is Ultra Prime.
To go towards this Baron. They don't have the damage now to contest them. You're looking for a Miracle Steal. Let's see what Ultra Prime can do to keep Milky Way away from the objective.
Milky Way is going to position over here. You got the TP coming in from Xiaohu as well. Got half health, a little bit less than the Baron. Milky Way getting pushed out here by Decade, and the Baron just going out. Here comes Xiaohu though, and the Apotheosis on top of it's pretty big. That's after the charge, at least the explosive charge going off onto Life here. Hits the damage, and now you got to be careful because you're just getting ripped apart. You tried to get in the pit, but Ultra Prime were too damn electric. As here they come, and Ultra Prime run away with it.
Turns out you don't need to teach old dogs new tricks. Doggo goes back to the tried and tested
It's going down here.
They are, and with the Baron buff, this should be so hard to defend. If you can't kill Ultra Prime as they're doing Baron, how can you stop them from taking your inhibitor turret? You can't even stop them taking it for a handful of seconds. The Void Mites, they're coming, the Horde is coming!
I'm scared! FPX gonna burn him alive with the fires of the Phoenix, but is that Phoenix gonna have to be rebirthed in game number 2? It's looking like it. All the mites are streaming forth, and it's terrifying as 2 waves are about to crash. Glacial Prison goes in. Xi'an, whose life is forfeit, and as the swarm nears the base, there is nothing that FPX can do. The Starship Troopers can't do it. The Troopers from Star Wars couldn't do it. And FPX can't do it. Ultra Prime make a solidified stand in game number 1 of this series as they strive forth for their first series win if they can close out this one.
It is a little bit of dive threat from Decade and Yukai, whereas on the other side, I think the 1-item spike from FPX is absolutely absurd. So watch out to see how Dogdam Life can get out onto the map and start bursting people out. They need to get good vision. Milky Way was so good in the LDL and has been very good in some games as well up in the LPL so far. I want to see him get active early.
Yukai getting activated on early at least. He's going to try to take the angle here. Flashes could be there, and there it is. First blood to Dogdam.
Mantle advantages being built up by FPX. The other game's going fine for them right now. We do finally have that bot side reset coming in from Dogdam. They're reset at the same time as Kep, so they're both off the map at the same time as that Dragon goes over, but the laning items are now so strong from Dogdam. Kirch's shard on both sides, but an extra longsword and the support item built up from Dogdam. This Lucian is ready to start accelerating into the game.
Okay, well, at least we got that out of the way. We can continue to build up on our show. Meanwhile, we have a 3-2 dive down
coming.
bot side. It is a little bit rough for Ultra Prime. Doggo isn't level 6 just yet, and they're going to try to get the engage. Wind becomes lightning. Dogdam trying to flash out of the turret shot. The Ultra Mega Fire Kick gets the kill for life. And yeah, that was one of the first skins he had, actually. So one of the grubs has not been taken. Milky Way was feeling a little bit hesitant to continue doing that as Ultra Prime, now taking a brunt of damage. Milky Way gets baited. He got completely baited by Yukai. Oh my god.
For a second, it looked like he got the 3-person ultimate. That might Shroud down as well, survives to the same degree. That extra golden pocket from the assist going to help going towards a first item. Ultra Prime, they're going to get themselves to a second dragon. They aren't going to be able to stop Grubs going over to the side of FPX though. So,
Rift Herald play is where Ultra Prime can make up for it. Now they're going to go onto him here. Milky Way right around the corner. There's the dive coming through. KR going to flash out. Perfect execution. And Yukai is smurfing today. Man, my god. Like, this guy has literally been smurfing it the season long so far. And yes, they've had losses, but my god, it's refreshing to see somebody who's so aggressive.
What they really want to do is just try and chip down some of these turrets themselves. Again, they have the Grubs, they have the Zerg coming in. An unlikely alliance between them and this rest of this team.
That's just not fair. It's a 2v1 right now. You got Zerg and Protoss versus one team. It's not fair.
Never played multiplayer. Well, Doggo's going to make himself into the, a wave clear machine in this mid lane, see what he can do with that, but he's not really able to clear through it that easily. The turret damage
on the top side of the fight, the Dragon is the focus now. Hacker trying to get in position here. Shala, who's just charging up the Meganar bar here. Yukai needs to find a way around the corner. And Hacker, he goes in. Breath of Life used. Dogdam firing back with all the shells he's got in his hands. Shala, who going for the Meganar into the wall with the flash play. And Shala, who flexes all over them as Ultra Prime are dusted.
That prehistoric Yordle makes Ultra Prime, which would get them into the game, but it's Shallow who, which has crossed the crossed the T's and dotted the I's, and made that into a game kind of game pace increasing play. You know, this is the kind of play which is going to stop bringing Ultra Prime into the point where they can't even fight anymore. They're going to have to wait 5 minutes until FPX have handily won. Shallow who gets to teleport back in. He gets to come back in with the Meganar. He's in the top lane again now.
He might be in some trouble here, actually. Yukai! Solo Bolo and the giant shutdown to the mid laner of Ultra Prime.
of these turrets is once again just so fragile. We've seen both games in this series so far really utilize these void grubs.
Decade.
You have to land the defense.
The flank, the lightning crash isn't going to be enough. Big Emperor's defied. Uakai is ripping him to pieces, but he can't get the combo off. Look at the other side of the fight too. Care is handling him, and Uakai gets traded one. FPX, they just took that fight and handed them a game lost too. Doggo still firing away. FPX feeling a little bit less confident here to push up as Decade has that third queue. Doctum goes forward though. The rest of the team backing off. TPs are available though, and they're gonna pull it as now they're coming through. They have the Crypt Bloom completed, and FPX want to bring us to 3 games in our second series. We're so close to Destiny, Nightmare. I can almost feel it as we go all the way for our first series in Shanghai and our second series of the day. FPX tied up 1-1.
It has changed because you don't have. So what you used to do with the Fiora, particularly in pro players, if you went for Grasp and Sunder, and you can even go for something like a Scorch secondary or something like that, you're just looking for this uncontestable poke, which means you will always win drugs, as you were saying, because there is the Fiora on the other side. Split pushing is kind of annoying. Don't get me wrong, Aatrox can sometimes stop you hitting turret because he threatens the just the amount of CC and damage you can bring from sweet spots to his Q, but still, if Fiora was
Fourth one not prompt.
really good patience there from Shallow too. He's not just like rushing to get all of the vitals down, he's making sure that he's keeping in mind the Aatrox Q timing as well. Of course, even though you expect Fiora to win out on that, it's not necessarily always a free win. But as it's happening right now, it's just making sure that Decade doesn't have the HP to survive potentially something like a dive. Milky Way has ult. Let's see what they can do.
Hey, highlight reel ready to go. It is recording now. Can Milky Way get it? He misses everything. Shallow, he gets the fade away. There we go. As he wiggles the 4 at least at some point. The package available though.
So you actually get the package timing. I was wondering if that'll actually be up in time for a spawn there. This is fine though. You're still taking 2. It means that you're not going to get the Void Might spawning. Shallow who can maybe walk down and threaten Hacker. Actually thinking about it, maybe.
Oh no.
This is a beautiful jungle nearby. There's no Sejuani out to keep things around. That's a nice little moonshot to tag onto Doggo. Just chunk his HP down just a little.
There's just a little bit of movement up towards his mid lane. Care being caught in transition here. There's a TP behind.
There we go.
This is huge. The Graviton connects on a Doggo, and there's the Arctic Advance as well, or Assault rather. Doggo goes down to Shallow, of all people. Care going in, try to get Uakai, but perfectly execute.
Standard trade here, folks. Shallow, who's still a pretty scary Fiora, even though the strength is in the 1v1, has enough stats right now to make people think twice.
I think the pressure, though, now will just be lent towards Ultra Prime, who can utilize this Rift Herald to break down one of these towers. Milky Way getting that split dragon, though, is huge. And this is the first game where we really play around.
And worth noting as well is the Protodol first item, which helps with the gap close when you have triple backline of
Ooh, TP from FPX.
That is a teleport from Care as well. How much can you do here?
Oh, the Glacial Prison does not hit. Doggo was the target, but Care getting bursted down. Shallow can't make it in. And it's Hacker who's found the back line. Decade can't get it, but Uakai cleans it up. He goes for 2. He's looking for more. And FPX are routed. He gets one back. Shallow, who traded down horribly, though. And Decade making the difference with Uakai.
Absolutely. This is when Lucian could do stuff
like that.
Oh my god! Where did he go?
Doggo eliminates the competition, and he's a hungry dog now. Uakai hunting down Milky Way. He's got another flash. He's got another rocket, and he's trying to pull it. That's one more tidal wave. Uakai comes.
This Fiora can't jump in a 1v4. You might have to pray to Care to do some kind of magical shenanigans with the Corki, but this is so difficult to play.
Uakai is making it look real damn good. If they catch Life out, Life almost dies. Dway is flashing out. Shallow, who is in the thick of it, and he's going down to a shutdown Decade. The Baron now in trouble as Ultra Prime want to go ahead and take that one down. Life very close to death. Care trying to make a play here. This could be a defining moment as the rockets land. Here comes Care. Care looking for it. Lockdown CC. Moonlight Vigil doesn't matter. It's going to be claimed by Uakai. The MVP, it feels like, of Ultra Prime.
Awareness of the game state of Ultra Prime in that moment.
And Ultra Prime just started an avalanche that FPX were not ready for. Culling across it. Going to be tanking the tower shots is Hacker. Down though, a couple rockets here and there really making the difference, and the turret going down to the auto. As now Ultra Prime opening up the inhib in bottom side. I don't know if they want to step forward. They feel a little antsy to do so. Trying to tank it up with this siege cannon, but Decade on the flank can have a big angle. They're going to push up their pressure here. Xiaolahu a little bit caught out. The difference maker early on. He's the one that they catch. Now it's Care taking the reset on to Hacker though. Decade trying to lock down Dokdam. But it doesn't matter. Yukai is the one that you have to deal with now as the range is really coming to bear. Another turret here, but Ultra Prime maybe overextended. Moonlight Vigil straight through the goal posts. And that's not what you like to see.
Oh, Dokdam, it's his Aphelios. It's a champion which...
Milky Way to complete, but they're pulling a play onto Care. He has a tower over here. He has the Shroud. The Nature's Grasp connects. The rockets hit, and Care's life is gone right before his eyes. Yukai click here. That could be the play if they can find an angle. It was the double. They're going for the long gun as they get turned on. Milky Way just gone. Dokdam locked down. A double for Doggo, making a triple, and we're howling to the moon for this dog as Ultra Prime wiped the floor with FPX.
We had so many questions about what form Doggo was in. His last year struggled. His first series of this year struggled. The Ramasumi, we don't need to talk more about that. But this Doggo's bark is definitely no match for its might. This Lucian is really coming to play.
Ultra Prime on the cusp of a glorious execution in this one. Care can't get his perfect one. Xiaolahu,
that's it.
The big one in front, can't do anything.
They've done it.
Ultra Prime for the first time in spring, the first time in 2024. They're looking for their first series win. And off the back of a carry performance from the
team compositions, then I go, well, if LGD don't get themselves early push and early value out of these lanes, they are going to run up against some really tanky members of anyone's Legend. Tank items right now are supremely busted. It's about stupid jokes about League of Legends too. Everything is just a different flavor of League of Legends.
Gotcha. Well, we got a flavor of League of Legends being put down right now, and it's LGD versus AL around the Dragon. This is Dragon number 1. And it's looking like a 4v4 here. Dragon going down, Meteor's pressing in, Meteor gets it.
Ooh,
and now
stolen.
Croco in some trouble as LGD gets out. Nice abyssal dive, but not gonna connect. Jin Zhao makes it out alive.
Okay, that's bit.
This
Finally,
the grub's been waiting this whole time.
Wait, are we? I don't know whether
We're not.
gonna
I don't
get
think we're gonna get a
ourselves...
second. It's 4
I don't think
minutes.
it's gonna, because the Herald will probably spawn immediately after this one. So it's gonna be 3 grubs over to the side of anyone's Legend, but none more than that. Starting to look towards the point where Ezreal is going to come online. Looks like he's going towards the Essence Reaver as well as part of his build. He's not there yet. It's going to be another fight potentially over this Dragon. Meteor has ult, but the vision which AL put down before is going to give them full warning of this.
TP coming in. There's the combo though. Nature's Grass comes across as Meteor gonna get another one. He does!
He gets another one!
Oh my god! And Jin Zhao makes it out. Big combo from the explosive charge, and there we go. The reset's coming out from Haichao. He's stepping all over them as another rocket jump follows. It's gonna be LGD moving in.
Good on those ultimates so far, catching out the right people. Oh, sorry, yeah, the wrong name again. He's got himself the ultimate.
Get it right, Nightmare. I can't believe you.
Well, he's left in just in time for Shanks to get jumped on by Meteor.
And Meteor goes underneath the divide, and Haichao picks up the kill. Oh, Shanks is
elsewhere. He's gone topside for the Herald spawn. Shanks just a little bit disconnected, thinks he's safe. Meteor pulls the ult. Does mean that they're not likely to be able to contest towards his topside. Have an Ezreal ult cheers just to see if it was started up a little earlier. Now is a very important time because Haichao's starting to get some gold in these side lanes. That's important. Kepler's going to get towards his second item spike fairly soon, which will be the Muramata on top of the Essence Reaver beyond that. Once those item spikes are hit, you really need to see LGD push the go buttons and just see what fights they can get.
Or the Arcane ship, rather. AL a little hesitant to move forward.
They are a little bit, because I think if you engage too hard into the Ezreal and the Tristana at these item breakpoints, things get pretty awkward. Really need to see the Q accuracy from Kepler go well, landing some damage on Kyle.
Jin Zhao
has the flank.
He's going around the corner. He's seen in the pit. Birtle going low. Dragon, 2,000 health. Who's going to get it this time? Engage from Jin Zhao. He's charming him up. It's going to be taken by Croco the moment that it matters. And AL trying to go back in for the engage on Haichao. They can't find him. Nice little buster shots back. Huge damage. Haichao making it out with the buster and that blast cone, but Shanks ends up helping Hope take down Jin Zhao. Birtle cleaning up Hope. He can't get him. Last auto attack from Hope makes the difference. Kepler gets taken down, and AL, they lose one, but they take everything else. Coming across the bow, Shank's taking the brunt of it here, and some poke really starting to land from Kepler. You got to make it stick. And speaking of, Nature's Grasp going to connect onto multiple members here, but the Dragon is the focus if AL can clean up. Harry going in. He does have a lot of AoE. Chains of Corruption goes wide. Meteor is in no position to get there, but he's going to walk in. Harry trying to separate it, and it's taken by Hope. Meanwhile, Harry's just continuing to walk at him. What did you say? Just walk at them menacingly.
He just walks at you.
And he's just walking at him all over the place. As anyone's legend, be a little bit more cautious. Will back out. Ghost got popped by Hope as well. They got to fight to try to get back to this mid lane, though, as Hope is landing that damage.
They potentially allow AL to angle towards the Dragon, but now anyone's legend have to respond around the Dragon.
Kepler's not in any position to be like this, but anyone's legend overextend a little bit. Maybe a turn coming through, but LGD focused down the Baron, and there it goes. Nature's Grasp across. Kepler hits another True Shot Barrage, and Harry getting burned. He gets eaten alive, and double kills going over to LGD now. Bertle stepping forward. LGD are thriving, and it's all off the back of AL dying. And all of a sudden, LGD stream forth.
Late to the start, and the fight afterwards is just not what they needed. The damage of Hope and Shanks is not in position to deal enough damage to the front line to seal the fight. And now suddenly LGD, they have barely as much. LGD feels like they have pretty good positioning on this. Different flanking angles, giving them options here.
All right, you got to watch Hope. You got to watch Haichao. Those are the big engage, at least potentials onto those targets. We got the Dragon down about quarter health now. Chains of Corruption goes wide from Hope. That's actually so big. Now Bertle with the flank. Croco low. It's looking like an LGD combo. That's Kepler's going to be getting resets, and as well as Haichao. That is LGD. Another fight holistically in their favor. Hope getting taken down this time. He can't take down Bertle. And it's Haichao bursting over to take Harry out one final time. That is 4 members of anyone's legend down, and LGD streaming.
And LGD, they're not even going to take themselves the Dragon.
That'll be the inhib as well. So they weren't able to get the mid lane cracked down. They definitely did some lasting damage in bot lane, as well as claiming a Mountain Soul.
Yeah, that's Croco doing his best Marin impression all those years ago, trying to save the game by clearing the wave in the mid lane.
Arrow this time, not there. Baron already going half health now.
I saw the teleport in just before this one. I think that was Haichao making his way to the play. LGD, they have the Mountain Soul now. How do they want to play this? You still have to play into multi-item Azir. And the Varus. The Varus, though, doesn't have summoners. Makes it much harder for Hope to put out damage.
Hope's walking up now. He'll have the Piercing Arrow available to go, as well as all the ultis available. It is AL on a back foot now, though. Baron getting burned down by LGD. Kepler needs to be very careful stepping up like that, but 3,000 health. Nature's Grasp coming across. LGD know what they came for, and is the big purple worm as it's claimed. Bertle now looking for an angle over the other side. AL, that's a big all out, and Harry is delivered to the thieving masses as LGD take them out.
There's no real intent to fight the Baron itself. You can see that Croco, he's really leery of leaving his backline. But on the retreat, they cannot keep everyone together. Bertle has had some very important team fights in this game. LGD, they've managed to overcome what we assume would be a very difficult late game through some pretty clutch team fighting.
Also, 605 for Haichao in the mid lane. Absolutely monumental for this guy who's making the push up to the upper levels here for LGD. The call up from their LDL team, and he's making the difference here as Bertle goes in. The turrets are starting to go down. There's Haichao picking off one. He's got the second one too. Kyle going low. That's going to be everything used, and that just is. LGD moving in. Kepler hits him. And Haichao locked down, but he's going to get the resets here. The bomb's working, the pop-off, and LGD go one up in the series.
It's pretty hard fought. They had to give up a couple of Dragon fights. It felt like maybe they were getting out
today, but not really been picked up at all. Actually, at all today. And we finally do get to see it. I really like the Rel jungle. I feel like it has so many options in terms of the engage potential there. So many mechanics.
Level 6 dodges out of the Shattering Strike. Man, some fancy feet.
And of course, the reason why Croco is trying to lean over towards these grubs is that Rel is just so innately good at taking them because of the big shield that they get. LGD deny that. Take all 3 grubbies. He's gonna see Meteor immediately, and the Dragon already over half health down. Meteor, though, last time he just walked up and smoted two of those. See if he can do it again. Oh, it's gonna be Croco that gets it this time. Kyle is actually on an angle here. He has the...
Yeah, he's out of vision right now. He could have potentially... Well, okay, if he W's in there, he...
Jinjiao.
I mean, he is an ambush predator. Now, I know you're a Zuki.
He's a
but you never
Rel.
worked with alligator.
That's
Yes,
not
okay,
an
but...
ambush predator. That's a metal horse.
I mean, it is right now. Do you see him? Well, I mean, you can see him in the bush.
Are
Kepler
horses
didn't. Did they see
ambush
him in the
predators?
bush?
Well, I
It's
guess
an
they
ambush
are.
predator.
An equine
Exactly.
difference is right there, and that is first blood to AL.
But this one, this steel horse has done a lot of work. Okay.
Shanks with a pull away solo bolo in the mid lane. Game long-term goal for them. And speaking of a goal, Bertle gets the help from Meteor to slam down Harry.
Bonk. He just hits him over the head. Harry has the ghost. Can't use the...
Is coming over from Live Sandbox last year, at least. It's been curious to see him adapt into the LPL because it feels like he fits in pretty well. At least he's been able to take a lot of 1v1 fights in lane, things like that. For me, it's been the best moments coming from like his flank angles and stuff, and I expect that to be the case here with the Aatrox.
Also, I mean, we saw the Poppy banned away from him. Lost a game over in the LEC in a similar situation.
Like 3/4
they try to go towards
tonight.
the smoke and mirrors. 1v1 in top side.
I think this is going not Bertle's way as Croco comes down. The crash down seals the deal, and Harry picks it up.
Okay, that's the B movie, but it's B in brackets Erdl, so it's just the
I can't think
Erdl
about
movie.
the B movie the same anymore. And if you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, Bertle is getting engaged on yet again. They think, why not punish him yet again? The Dawning Shadow is coming across. Bertle healing up a lot as well, but it's not going to be enough, and Croco gets his first kill of the game.
Back, and that's good news for them.
Rift Herald is going down to AL right now while the Dragon is being sweeped out from AL themselves. That will be denying the soul point from them, but I think getting the Rift Herald with some lasting damage could do the work that they need.
Call in their destruction special. Demolition, that's the word.
Ah,
Demolition
good job,
specialist.
good job.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Like really
Ziggs with you.
Wait.
Oh,
So what happened to it?
Oh,
no.
oh.
Oh, wait, hang on. What happened?
It worked? Oh,
No!
no!
He drove it into his own side. Shanks.
Well, okay, but
right now that Kyle has himself a support item
1v1.
too, it's gonna be a bit of poke because Hydro doesn't want too
oh,
much
whoa!
smoke. This is a fun
Meteor
joke
got
outside
engaged
jungle.
on. He's in a lot of trouble. Shanks is right behind him. The Magnet Storm drags him back. And now Hai Chao, he's under turret versus the coming onslaught of anyone's legend. They're going to get the Dawning Shadow out. He's actually spacing really well here, trying to get away. The crash down, the lockdown, and Hope is gunning him down too. As Hai Chao, one more shot, one more auto. Hope goes and commits. Kepler's here. TP coming in from Bertle. This is looking scrappy as LGD trying to get the resets. The World Ender is alive and well, but that Devour comes in clutch for anyone.
Set of regen unbossed. There's a pink ward on the Baron, which means that this won't go unseen. They do have Rageblade Blade onto the Varus Minch. They do have good Baron damage, but I don't think they're really wanting to start this. This is kind of risky.
They are going to pull the trigger. AL are running for it. Hope's going to stay. No, he decides to come back.
They've got this. Croco's not here
down. Croco and AL make a mistake. Dawning Shadow comes out. Kyle's going straight in. Harry's trying to get the engage. Abyssal Dive connects on a Meteor, but now it's LGD turning the hands. Big Emperor's Divide buffered out up by Hai Chao. Here comes the Magnet Storm. I don't know, though. It's not going to be enough as they do end up getting Kepler. Bertle and Meteor running away. Was it worth it? And what did it cost? Literally everything.
I mean, it's still going to be out with 2 Baron buffs, maybe even 3. Bertle has Flash. I think he's made it out time. Great buffer out from Hai Chao. He's had a great series. He's had a great split so far as one of the newest superstars kind of joining this roster. Well, I mean, we'll see if he's deserving of the superstar title right now. He's doing pretty well. We weren't quite given that one for free, but still, good buffer out of that one. Keeps him alive and live. We're into another fight. It's not going to be soul. It'll be soul point for anyone's legend if they get it. Oh, they don't.
What? Kepler denies AL
Varus W, man.
Point. At the end, they will have the upper hand.
Are they scaling up into infinity and beyond?
Oh,
Kyle is
maybe.
going to pull back. He doesn't have Flash.
I actually think that's a pick. He's got the gray health, but it doesn't matter. One more, and that's it. A reset comes through for the World Ender. The mites come out to bear, and LGD have made a big pick onto the front line.
Gosh, this has been a good series of plays back-to-back from LG. They don't have the vision to stop plays like this coming on. Melee range ultimate from the Maokai doesn't do that much, but now they're going for the TP.
Bertle with the TP! We called it from the start. He is the key. The Emperor's Divide comes through. Meteor's getting low. He's healing up so much. Bertle can't get the resets, though. And AL, it's now Kepler looking for the cleanups, looking for more. He's gotten a couple, and it's LGD doing it. Kepler gets hit. Kepler gets locked down. Kepler's in some trouble, but he's firing back at Harry. And Harry's trying to run away now. He goes in, tries to get Kepler. He goes down. And it's LGD straight to the Baron.
A pick onto Meteor in his own jungle turns into a game-turning flank from Bertle. Bertle gets onto both carries, manages to get the Devour out of the Tahm Kench easily too. And anyone in this game, after have been on death's door just before this point, how much of AL got left in the tank? They need to be able to buy their carries some space. They've been struggling to do that so far.
The problem is, though, you have now a payoff paying dividends in terms of the 6 grubs that were already taken from LGD. Craft, my goodness, it was a tightrope down the Senator. But then this big opening, as now another opening is a big double wombo combo, and it's Shanks with a revenge play.
Oh, just as we thought, it could be over at 2-0. It could have been that LGD. They had the turnaround, they had the Baron. Suddenly, with huge death timers, this is probably going to be an inhib gone. They're charging really far forward in this mid lane. Without the virus here, what can they do to defend this?
I'm just saying, you're the one that said it. I didn't say a single word
about it.
I'm
so sorry, LGD.
You're the one that did it.
I am so sorry.
You did this. This is on you. This is all your fault.
How much are they staying
anyone's
for?
Legend are looking at the Nexus here. They realize there's one step left. One more moment as Bertle has come alive. This might be an overextension. Shanks eliminates Haichao! And the Nature's Grasp is not enough. The towers are starting to burn. There's no minions. They can't do anything. Oh my. It was the big core for a long time for WE there. When Hope
there's a
wasn't
ward which they
good
can
ones.
deep teleport onto.
That's
See
huge.
if someone back.
I wonder though, there's the Nature's Grasp.
He's
cross
going
PP.
for it. Here we
That's
go.
really deep though. The Nature's Grasp is already gone. They don't have the length of engage, but they do have the flank. Bertle could get bursted down though. Double TP or at least ATP coming out now from AL. They're engaged from Krako. Meteor is getting chunked. He flashes out. Bertle still on the flank. Bertle onto Hope. Bertle trying to get the resets. Bertle can't do it. And LGD, they find the pick. Haichao flashing! Haichao!
Oh, the flash!
Give him that cat-chow, baby! As LGD, they find the 3 picks, and they needed it at that moment.
He needed it right there and right then. The deep teleport works out. It's a game of flanks. It's a game of Bertle teleports. You can see that Senna's got the recall off, but
gets the shield popped. Baron getting popped itself. He gets dragged back in. Krako gets Buster shotted away. Nature's Grasp comes across. Now LGD in a front to back. They feel good. Chains of Corruption. It's on the 4 members. The big Emperor's Divide there, but Haichao's in the back. Haichao's going deep.
Shanks is free hitting.
Shanks is still doing work. And AL, they've done it. They take down the competition so far. And Meteor and Jin Zhao, the only ones besides Bertle left.
I mean, what's going to happen here? We're not going to get teleported into the mid-wave. I don't even know if this is going to be the game again. It's currently a 2-for-2. Meteor might get run down, which would secure the Baron, but it doesn't secure the game.
They're going for
we
the
are
mid.
still in it. Yet again, I don't think they have the HP bars right now. Shanks would have to recall and teleport
into everything, but he gets burned down. Oh, AL try to get away from it. They get Bertle in the end. So LGD down a man. They've got to get back to defend because AL are looking at the Nexus.
I mean, Kroko's on 0 HP. What can he realistically do here? You can see that some of the recalls are coming in late. There is no Baron killed. The empowered recall's not here. There is one Nexus turret, and you have the Nash's Lichbane Azir to help try and take this in. How much can LGD wave clear? Enough, apparently.
They get it. They deny AL. I don't know what AL keeps thinking they can do. They just start throwing themselves at the Nexus.
And they keep throwing themselves against it to try and see if they can break down the walls of LGD. Kepler's caught!
Oh my goodness, the Tonic Shadow, everything! AL are doing it! We're going all the way, baby! I called it from minute 1 of this night! The LPL delivers!
can't escape from. That'll force out the Devour for free. Now, I think LGD's composition is going to be very much about spreading out their engage in such the way that Kyle can't save Shanks or Hope from the entirety of your burst. In a lot of early dragons too, so don't be surprised to see that started up. And maybe, well, with the Kalista, you're expecting them to get prio, but Croco's hit first!
Beautiful flash from Croco. They had no idea it was coming. And AL, they spring forth, and they take down Kepler. The kill goes to Croco as he throws up the shark. Should be the TP back from Haichao now early.
I think both these mid laners looking to get the first back off, especially once you get gold for the Vamp Scepter from Haichao. That's very, very valuable. Meteor now down towards the bot side. No summoners.
He got it. He got the connection. Hope is in some trouble now. Does get locked down for the dredge line. And, well, we see another catch out, but this time it's in.
Can walk up. Doesn't smite the first one. Of course, didn't have smite. Meteor maybe didn't know that Croco didn't have smite. You don't get to see their own summoning cooldown. So Croco gets the kind of third party of this. Breaks the shield of that one. Going to take at least one of them, splitting the first spawns of the grubs.
That's, I feel like the first time. We had one game earlier, I think, that we had some split'ems, but yeah. It's been...
In the last game, of course, we saw that LGD couldn't finish the game with 6 grubs. It gave them a lot of power before that.
No man on Haichao. Both junglers show up at the same time, but it's Meteor that claims the kill out of Shanks.
It in the moment a little too much. You see Meteor in the lane by the time you go for that flash. That's a miscalculation in the moment. And whoa, okay, kill on the top side. We're talking about Birdall.
Really seeing some of these differences because it is a bloody battle.
Carries him across the wall into his jungler. That is a heck of a combo. Well played, Harry. Towards the grubs, I'm sure there's an unpredictability in how Croco is playing around this, trying to snowball all 3 lanes. Reminds me of, heck, maybe even a player like Malrang who would just give up on all of his farm to be in lanes all of the time. But there's a reason why this has not been a common style of play, particularly right in this composition. Croco needs to be powerful.
Looks like a move up from Kepler, and Jin Zhao should just secure this one.
So no contest coming through, especially with the bot lane priority being achieved from Kepler and Jin Zhao. Croco, what's he going to do now? Get some deep vision into the jungle, potentially. I was wondering if there was going to be... Move up to see if there was any camps alive, but he's been tracking well enough. Of course he doesn't have any war. And land one of these ganks well now, though, because he's wasted so much time. If he's going to start snowballing, it has to be quick. And here he goes for it.
Timed. Haichao not going to have the rocket jump. As now Croco under tower here, looking for the crash down combo with the Magnet Storm. Shattering Strike, and Shanks gets it.
Croco's really gone deep for this now. He's taken a lot of tower shots. He could just die here.
He's trying to dodge out, but dodged himself out of that one, and the Metal Predator Horse will go down.
Croco has been doing, got Shanks ahead with a number of attempted ganks in that mid lane, going towards Shanks' lane again. Why not just gank the MVP?
They know he doesn't have flash. They know he's a key piece to LGD. There's the crash down perfectly outside of the turret. Now Haichao is dead meat. Shanks gets the kill. Kepler and the rest of LGD looking for it. Kepler can't really find an angle in here, though. And now it's AL trying to make the great escape through the tri-bush. A little bit of damage being put back.
Someone has to respond. In this case, it's Birdall. He is doing a lot of damage right now. You can see what he's doing with these Qs hit. Let's see how much Hope can do. Birdall can cut them off at the pass, though. His Equalizer can very much stop the escape.
Shanks' damage is engaged. Unstoppable comes through from Harry. Now the Dragon down about 4,000 health. Equalizer.
That's a good Equalizer.
Look at Croco. He just got Buster shotted out of there. The Dragon goes over to AL. So they will deny the stacking. Emperor's Divide comes through, but now LGD want more. They want to keep fighting. Fate's Call double on members. Haichao's around the side, but it's AL pushing back the tides of war. It's a 2-for-1 trade, as well as the Dragon AL.
The Shanks finally gets some time on this tower, and this is what they've been trying to avoid. Shanks with just one wave is going to destroy entire turrets. The force is easier to kill than the Baron, and they'll take less damage than it too.
Uh-oh, he doesn't have
Croco
flash yet.
Oh
my god, they got him. That's just taking advantage of a newer player. Not as new, still played last year, so maybe some things being given to him, but it is a Baron. Now AL burning it down easily.
That's a big mistake from Haichao. Right, what can you do here? What's the damage? You have Birdall, who is here with an Equalizer, but here comes Harry.
Okay, Kyle tries to go in. Big Nature's Grasp. Birdall's being burned down now. Shanks is doing so much work. Harry takes down Kepler and AL. They've taken 4 members off the map and go right to the Baron.
And all of it starts from where anyone's legend have focused the entire game. It's the man in the mid lane, backed up by the Metal Horse Predator ambush thingy from Croco. They put so much effort into getting this Azir ahead and
sustained damage, and then Hope able to get down a lot of that. And now a Devourer coming out onto Jin Zhao, who's just gobbled up by AL.
Oh,
and
not
Hope
in range.
Now going forward, Kepler, he's got to be really careful. The tongue, and it's not enough. Kepler goes down, Hope on a double kill, and Shake sets him up for more. That's a triple. Give him a quadra, give it to him, and now the only one left is Bertle, and he's on the other side of the map. So a quadra kill for anyone's legends, Hope.
He's recalling. He might have the ultimate to wave clear this, but the Baron buff is going to mean this wave clear to kill potentially, but Jin Zhao has respawned to call that one quit. The Mites and the Baron buff going to make this a devastating push.
AL in one foul swoop. They're taking out LJD. It might have been a scrappy fight, but the Mites are going to make the difference here. One final push, one missed fight, and anyone's legend bring us all the way home for a 9-game banger and a 2-2 season scoreline.
Anyone's legend. They drop a game, but they take the series. It has been a...
These were some of the best highlights from all of the LPL Spring matchups of the day. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.